Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from Leopardstown Racecourse here on Wednesday. It is April the 5th, 2017. Going to look at race number 4 from Leopardstown, the 5 o'clock post time. But before I get on to that, remember to please follow me on Twitter at HorseRacingKid5 for more selections for race courses around the world. Today's 5th race, the 5 o'clock from Leopardstown, goes off 12 p.m. here in the United States, here in New York City. So I'll surprisingly be home for that. Usually when I'm during the weekdays when these races in the UK and Ireland go off, I'm usually at school, but tomorrow's my last day before Easter break, so have 3 weeks off. So I'll be home for this race, and I really like this one. It's the Heritage Stakes. It's listed stakes here, going for a purse of $47,500. It's for 4-year-olds and upwards. We have a field of 8 horses going the 1,600-meter trip, or 1 mile on the turf course. And my top pick in this one, on this first day of flat racing from Leopardstown this season, I like the 7-horse Rose de Pierre. Gonna go 7-6-1 in the trifecta, the trifecta 7-6-1, but my top pick, number 7, Rose de Pierre, 3-1 here. Pat Smullen. Most recently, this horse had a start on the 29th of October locally at Leopardstown, 7 furlongs and a listed stakes. This horse finished 5th by 5 1/4 lengths that day, and didn't really have the best of closing kicks. Maybe the distance was a little bit too short. Maybe the turf course was a little bit too wet. I'm not sure. It just wasn't this horse's day to win. Off a layoff, I think this horse should do well. Start before at Nass on the 16th of October, 1 mile, 1,600 meters in a filly's listed stakes. Horse finished second by 4 lengths behind Emanation. Hopefully I said this right. Intimidation. Sorry, I can't speak. It's 1 a.m. here in New York. This horse, he was running okay with the extra mile. It needed a little extra distance, I think. I think a 1.1 miles would be perfect for this horse, or 1.25 miles. But, coming, because she's out of Dubai, she should get the distance for sure. But then start before this horse had to start, as my iPad starts to freak out. Start before this horse had to start at, I believe, Cork on the 2nd of August. 1 mile listed stakes. This horse won by a half length with Pat Smullen up that day. Was the heavy favorite, ran incredibly well, just took off clear in the stretch when he got the lead. Start 4 in a filly's handicap at Curra on 17th July, 1 mile. Horse took off again, winning by 2 lengths, easy victory, and broke her maiden race at Curra back in May of 2016. Very nicely by nose. She should have a great run here today off the layoff. I'm going to use this horse, but there's a horse I also want to talk about who at 9-2 you cannot keep off your ticket. That's the 6-horse Flying Fairies. This horse is making a second start of the season. Last start in the Park Express Stakes at Nass a few weeks ago, this horse finished 3rd by 1.5 lengths and didn't run a bad race at all. Was really closing up on this race course, where this horse has had success. This horse will run a big one also, because she won a listed stakes back in October last year, going 1.25 miles here at Leopardstown very nicely. She's going to be the kind of horse she's going to be the wise guy's horse. So there's I don't know if you could do it in Ireland, but there's a pick 4 wager that we have here in America for these Irish races that starts with race number 3. If you do play it, you could go a few horses deep in each race. I would definitely use the 7-horse, my top pick. I think she's going to run a bang on race. And as a wise guy horse, I would use the 6-horse Flying Fairies also. Those are the 2 horses I'm really intrigued. That's why I really like this race. But to recap my bets now for the 4th race from Leopardstown, it's the 5 o'clock post time, 12 noon here in New York. It goes off. It is the Heritage Stakes. Going to go with the 7-horse. Going to go 7-6-1 in the tricast of the trifecta. So good luck to all, and follow me on Twitter at HorseRacingKid5. Good luck, everybody.